Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm a few minutes early. I thought I would jump in since I see some people in the chat. Hello, Teresa. Hi, Adrian. Thank you so much for being here. So today we're going to make some drinks together, and we're going to have a good time. That really sounds fun. We're going to make drinks and have a good time. Oh, anyway, so I just have some different options that I'd share with everybody, and see if anybody has anything they'd like to share while we're doing it. So that's where we're at. How's your day going today? It's early. It's still early. It's almost 10 a.m. here in Northwest Oregon. And oh my gosh, so I have a story to tell you. So last night I'm laying in bed. So I thought of the story after the fact, and I'm like, once upon a time, little Ma or Ma, something like, uh, laid her head down in bed to rest her weary eyes. And then, as she listened to the planes, trains, and automobiles, and thinking of 101 things as they circulated in her mind, all of a sudden the little dog decided to start. I had a whole thing written out. Anyways, so at 12:30 in the morning, the cows start mooing. Moo, moo, moo. We've got, what was it, 17. Hi, Nanny Tam. 17 cows at 12:30 a.m. mooing. Just like something's going on, right? Then all of a sudden the dog goes off, the dog's howling, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going on? So, and then we start hearing our bull Otis, and he sounds like, I don't know if you've ever heard a cow elk bugle, kind of like that. Well, he was doing that while 17 cows were mooing, and he was running up and down his fence line, the bull, going, "Rrr, rrr." I mean, and it echoes everywhere. Oh gosh, something's going on. What's happening? So we get the flashlight and we go out and look, and I'm like, I see like glowing eyeballs over in the tree line because I was worried that something was trying to get the new little baby cows. And so we get looking and we found out that lovely cow, my black cow, she had her baby at 12:30 a.m. Yeah, the bellowing. Yep. So everything on the farm was bellowing. It was the only sounds you could hear besides the planes, trains, and automobiles, right? And so, oh my gosh, it was like so loud. But yeah, so Lovely Cow had a little baby, and I'm not sure yet. I got my grandchildren this morning. I haven't had too much time to really like focus watching the baby, but the baby's big. Um so it's baby summer solstice, which is really cool. Um, yeah, and I'm so hoping that it's a baby girl, because if it's a baby girl from Lovely Cow, she can be trained up to become a milk cow. It'll take, 2 years before she'll be able to have her own baby. But yeah, they were all welcoming the new little baby. So they do that because we've got all the mama cows and all the babies right close by the house so that we can kind of pay attention, and we could make sure that all the babies were nursing, and everything was all set and good, and we didn't have to jump in if we needed to. And then we have a pasture that has 4 2-year-old cows, another pasture that has 4 1-year-old cows, and then we have the bull Otis. Um, he's in his own pasture, and we did have all the mamas all together with the bull, but we decided that it would be better to separate them out just in case we had to, run in and help out with anything with the new babies coming and stuff. So, but we're all good. And so we have 5 little baby cows now. Yay. So So exciting. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah, when you're just about ready to pass out and fall asleep after your 101 million thoughts are going through your brain. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Suburban Hillbilly. Then, yeah, he was a proud daddy. And it's funny because everybody that lives in the area that I live in, they're all like, they used to ask, what's wrong? They thought something was wrong. Nope, that's just him. He talks when he can't see the other cows, and he talks when the babies are born. So yeah, it's funny. So, okay, so today we are going to I have like this little gnat thingy flying around me. It's annoying. Summer. Welcome to summer solstice, right? We're going to be making a few different drink options. And if you guys have any ideas or whatnot, you can feel free to put it in chat, and I hopefully will catch them when you guys do. Um, it's probably nothing that you guys haven't already did. Hi, Gail. Welcome in. Uh, Gail just hit 500 subscribers today on Broken Hearts Ministry. Congratulations, Gail. That's awesome. She's been working really hard trying to get that channel going so she can keep supporting the ministry channel and donating and helping out people. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, so let's get started. So you can do all kinds of things, obviously, to make a drink. You can add special stuff in your drinks if you want to. But to stay hydrated, obviously in the summer months when it's hot and stuff like that, you probably want to drink more water. You know, instead of like a lot of drinks that you buy from the store have a lot of sugar and salt in them, and you don't want to dehydrate your stuff. I'm not so ready for summer. Lots of things have gone wrong, and I still don't have all of my garden plant. Don't worry. Don't worry. I just planted my potatoes yesterday. Yeah, I'm behind too because I was focusing on my orchard and my raised beds because I've got two different gardens. So I was trying to do my herbs and yeah. So anyhow, it's okay. Just keep planting as long as you have enough days in your growing season. Just check how long it takes for whatever you're planting. See how long it takes for it to be ready to harvest. And then see how many days you have in your growing zone. So I say keep planting. I think this year is a really good um, important year that we all should be planting as much as we can. You know, they say succession sowing, so where you plant something and then like a week or two or something later. Hi, Kristen, welcome in. We're just getting ready to get started. I was just yapping as I usually do. Ugh. Okay, so I have this ginormous jar. I think it's a gallon. I don't even know. So you can ask if any restaurants, let me tilt you down just a little bit. If you go to restaurants or maybe gas stations that might have food or whatnot, maybe they have glass pickle jars that you can use, please ask. Um, yeah. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I have filled this up. I have well water, whatever water you have or you can get. I have this jar of black tea. So we're gonna make sun tea today, which is exciting. You all know how to do that. Pretty simple. So I'm just going to put, I think, 3 tea bags in here. Hi, G Mama Grows. Welcome in. We're just making some different drinks options. I'm doing a really simple one right now. So I'm going to tie my little strings of my tea bags together. This is just black tea. You can use all kinds of different teas, obviously, that you want. Oolong tea is the tea that you typically get like at a Asian restaurant. I like oolong tea too. So we're just gonna put that in here just like that. Can you see that? Kinda. You can kind of see my whole red, white, and blue thing going on here. Hi, Dee's Garden. Welcome in. Yeah, get something to drink. Perfect timing. So I'm going to set this jar outside, but I wanted to not only make it just, with tea bags. So you could use some honey, put some honey in there when you're all done and mix it around to give it a little bit of different flavoring, but also to up your antioxidants and things like that. Oh, more haircut videos. Yeah, maybe whenever I might need a haircut, maybe. Anyways, so hold on just a second.
Were those your friends?
You'll I'm trying to do something here on my phone. Make sure my volume's turned down, and yep. Okay, sorry about that. So if you want to just drink water with tea in it or just water, but you want to maybe add some antioxidants or some things that'll boost your immunity, especially while you're, draining it out and thinking ahead of like the fall season and preparing for the fall. Hello, Kevin at Tuber Chat. Welcome in. JB, I don't know if I said hi to you. Hello, Jamie. Blue, welcome in. So right now is the season for berries. So if you can dehydrate, whether it's using a dehydrator, your oven, or making ice cubes, I have some fun ice cube trays that I can show you that you can do. So you can blend your berries if you wanted to, or just freeze them whole and put them in freezer bags or freezer something. You can use ginormous, silicone molds to make ice cubes of berries. Just blend them up and pour the liquid in there. You can use like fun little, all kinds of fun shapes. I've got lots of flowers, piggies, look at estate sales, garage sales, thrift stores and get some different molds, and you can pre-make those blended berries in those molds and put them in another container, right? So cute. So keep looking out for those because then you can have it fun. And then so after I make my sun tea, I can pour some into a smaller glass and plop some of those ice cubes of those berries, and I'm getting some more nutrition in my system. Oh yeah, that would be cute. Cows, chickens, and hummingbird. Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea. Okay, so you can also dehydrate limes. So you in the wintertime, you still have stuff that you can add into your tea. I've got dried dandelions. If you take your dandelions and you pop them in the freezer before you dry them out, that'll help them so they don't do the little poof. Nice tip. Lemons, because then what you could do is overnight, what you would do with your dehydrated stuff is you'd put some in your container, your jar, some of your dehydrated, whatever you want, berries or, citrus or dandelions, and look up whatever benefits that they might have. You can plop them in, let it sit overnight so that way they get reconstituted and blend in the water and whatnot. It's good stuff to have. Also, if you have raspberries, collecting and drying the raspberry leaves. Fresh is always better, but also maybe put some back for the winter. Dandelion makes good stuff for pillows, just saying. Dandelion. Hey, and it smells good. I bet you it'd like make you feel relaxed having that dandelion floof in there. I also, what I made is I have fermented beets. I have beets, ginger, and garlic in here for 3 to 5 days. And I can use some of this liquid here and put it in here, or you can make elderberry syrup and put some elderberry syrup in there to give it like a different flavor. Plus, you're getting all those benefits. The more things you do in your water that are fresh is better. If you're drying things out, obviously, like lemons and limes and things like that, you have to dehydrate them if you want to preserve them over the winter. You know, so, and make sure you label them. You can do oranges, all kinds of stuff. You can add everything in there. Yes, basil tea is also really yummy. Actually, you could do a basil, tomato, garlic ferment. You can add onions to that too. So what you do is you take your tomatoes, your basil, and your garlic, and that's it. You just cut it up and you put it in a jar for 2 to 3 days. Well, this isn't that. Put it in a jar and shake it once a day for 2 or 3 days, and you can use that as a salad dressing or a pasta, mix it with pasta. You could also use some of that liquid from that tomato basil kind of like tea and put it in here. The cinnamon basil tea count. Yeah, yum. Cinnamon's good for you as well. So, I mean, there's so many things that you can do. Um, Also, you can ferment berries. So if you put I have a dish of frozen berries. They're still frozen, but whatever berries you want, because you're getting different nutrition from it and antioxidants and things like that. You'll put a little bit of berries and some water and a little bit of sugar in there, and you'll let it sit on your counter and it'll ferment, and it's kind of like bubbly water. So it's fermented, and then you can strain all the berries and stuff like that out of it if you want to and add it to your drink. You can use any kind of a jar. Honestly, here's a half-gallon jar. Jars that you plugged my computer. Hold on, I want to make sure that I don't lose you guys. Although I think my computer's charged. I just want to make sure. Okay, so anyways, what else? Hi, Amanda. Welcome in. Some of basil, I haven't used it. It's not big enough yet. The holy basil has lots of benefits. Yeah. So, you're making your fresh stuff as often as you can throughout the summer and drinking. Yeah, try more fermented. So when you ferment, it's for like 2 to 4 days, but you can go 7 if you want to. And then you strain all the bits and pieces out of your ferment, whether it's fruit or, herbs or whatever it is. You'll strain it out. I'm doing a live, guys. Hey, Wyatt, can you go to the freezer and get me that Ziploc bag of those ice cube trays I made? Ice cube things. Anyways, but, doing that is nice. And if you make the little ice cubes of your blended up, you can do the herbs, whatever you want, adding it to the water and having some preserved for the winter, so you can continue with your immunity and things like that. Watermelon juice and drink it. I don't think that's unhealthy. It's a lot of water for drinking watermelon. You could also freeze that in ice cube trays too, so that way in the wintertime you can have some watermelon flavored water. You can also use coffee filters. You can get them at the Dollar Tree store, and just use like a little string and put, your herbs or your berries or whatever in here if you don't want to end up sifting them out, and then hang your string over the side and let that sit in there. Kids are kids. It's okay. I know, right? Well, they're not helping me out. Can you guys get me those, please? Yeah, in that freezer. I have that bag that has those little ice cube stars. You'll see it. Maybe. Is it on the top? Somewhere or the bottom? I don't know. Hold on. I'll go look. I'll go look. I'll be right back.
Oh, I found the.
Where are you? I got it. Okay. Thank you. Where are you? Yeah, I have a whole. Anywho, I'm missing them. Anyways, whatever. All right, sorry about that. I was trying to find, I used a silicone ice cube tray, and I did these little stars, and I did beets. So I blended up some beets with ginger and what else did I put in there? And some garlic, and then I sifted out all the stuff out of it and put them in the ice cube trays so I can drop the beets because beets are really good for you, right? Yeah. So, and if you want to sweeten it up again, you can add some honey. Make sure that you're checking where you buy your honey from, that it doesn't have a bunch of additive things into it because it might not be, pure honey. Dried raspberry leaves are good to have. Like, just start trying to think ahead while you're hydrating yourself for the summer. Dropping the beat, man. Oh, I shouldn't probably sing that song. So anyways, so you can put your berries in here, put water, put a pinch of sugar in it, let it sit for 2 to 3 days, and it's kind of like a bubbly water, fermented bubbly water. So that's yummy. Strain the bits out, obviously. You can use the bits and blend them up and dehydrate. All the stuff that you take out of here, blend it up, dehydrate it, and then you can use it again in making tea. So you can make hot tea. So you can put all that dehydrated stuff that you've already used. It'll still have some good stuff in it, and use it again for some hot tea. So start collecting your stuff. Raspberry leaves, lemons, limes, dandelions. Oh, I have can anybody guess what this is? It's dried. You can find it in your yard. Plantain. It's dried plantain. So you can use that. Just look up all the different things and make sure if you're on any medication that it doesn't interact with your medication. Oh, cucumber water is so yummy. So if you guys have cucumbers and you slice them and drop them in your water, it's just really refreshing. Yeah. And I like to add lemon to my waters. Look at my water. I was like, oh my gosh, why does my water look dirty? It's because it's got tea in it. It's starting to. Yeah, actually, we got a horse one time, and the gal that gave us the horse gave us this big, huge thing of dried raspberry leaves. She was feeding her horse raspberry leaves. But yeah, you can use those in teas. It's good for you. Yeah. I'm going to cook my peach skins and seeds after processing peaches and make peach lemonade concentrate to can. Yeah. Well, and for where I live, I can't grow a lot of citrus type fruits. So dehydrating and having set aside dehydrated, well, these are limes, dehydrated, and these are oranges. Having citrus, spit it out, Heather, set aside for the winter. You can keep up on your immune system as much as you can. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. The goats eat raspberry leaves. But we have a lot of new people in the US, so let's amp up on our immunities, right? Hello, Jaden, welcome in. Yeah, so that's, do you guys have any questions or any ideas? Fermented foods are good for you. I'm going to take this out and put it into a smaller container. These are my beets. And this liquid here, I think I'm going to put this liquid because it's really, I'm going to add some of it into this tea today. I often make elderberry elderberry syrup, and I add that. We usually have it, and I restock and always have that in my refrigerator. So I put elderberry syrup in my teas and all kinds of stuff. So I'm not a coffee drinker, so I do I do I do I do a lot of teas. Yeah. Yeah, and I was reading that so today's the summer solstice, and I'm about to lose you. Electric is popping off and on, messes up Wi-Fi. Oh, that's weird. Is it because it's hot, Nanny Tam? I'm still listening and watching. I need to check my food. Food? What kind of food are you doing, Adrian? Corn silks are great for tea. Yep, I've got a bunch of corn silks from last year that I dried out. And I like to dry a lot of the like herbs and things like that, air dry them because it'll leave more of the benefits in them. Just make sure that you're spreading them out on a thin layer and mixing them around. Um, I have elderberries in the freezer from last year. Trying to get the green ones and the stems out is quite tedious. Oh, so Dee, I have an idea. So um, let me grab this strainer to give you a visual. I figured out an easier way to do that. Where is it? Where?
Oh, wait.
Do you know where it is? My white strainer. Why is everything missing when I need it? Anywho, I don't know where it's at. The white one. Whatever. Okay. Well, everything decided to hide on me, of course, because I'm doing a live. Anyway, so if you use a strainer, the ones that have the longer, how do I do this? The longer slits instead of the holes will work, but the slits that go, no, I'll look at it so I do it right. The slits that go down lengthwise, like long slits in your strainer, if you put the frozen elderberries and you go like this, you pick out the big ones and you go like this, all the little stems fall out and you hardly have any left. Elderberry tip. So give that a try. I recommend getting funnels and strainers of all different sizes because sometimes I dry some of my herbs and stuff in things like this, and I just turn it around a couple times a day so that way nothing gets clumped up. Yeah, try that. So just keep them frozen, take the bigger stems out, and then as you're sifting around, maybe stop, do it in the sink, stop every once in a while. If you see some big ones pop up, pull them out and do that. It really works well. And you might have to wipe with your hand to pull off the little stems and rinse it. But yeah, it works so much easier than, because they're so tiny, picking them. A lot easier and a lot faster. So yeah, try that out. I mean, even if you used maybe, I don't know, the holes on this one might be too big. Just make sure whatever the holes or slits are smaller than what the berries are, obviously, right? But give that a try. It works really well. And if you have to, pop them back into the freezer a little bit because they do unthaw quickly. Pop them in the freezer and pull them back out and do it again. So it's really quick. Yeah. So do that. How long have I been yakking? Only 30 minutes? Wow. I thought I was better at this. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So again, I'm a bargain shopper, so looking at your thrift stores, garage sales and stuff like that. I mean, if you get strainers and funnels and things like that, you can wash them, right? So easy. And I recommend getting that stuff because that'll help you when you're preserving your things. Different trays. I had a dehydrator that Kablunky, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, I saved some of the trays to use to dry stuff out. I mean, in my laundry room, I have some counters, and I've got all my little jars, and I've got all my little trays everywhere. Yeah, in the summertime, my table will get covered with stuff. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Hi, Susan. Welcome in. We're just talking about different drinks and trying to be hydrated, keeping hydrated, and getting antioxidants and stuff in your body, and also preserving things throughout the summer as you can. And don't be afraid to ask a neighbor or someone down the road if you can pick off of their fruit tree or whatever if they seem like they have an overabundance and aren't picking it. It doesn't hurt to ask and just be polite. If they say no, just say thank you so much. And if they do ask if you can make them some bread or some jam or something, or pick for them. I mean, they might appreciate it if you pick them, a few for them, and they'll be happy with that just to get it cleaned up and see somebody to use it, you know? Yeah. So, and when you're going out for a walk or foraging and stuff, look for plantain and, look for things that you know what they are. Hi, Teagsy. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so I do like to add lemons to most of the things. Hi, Anne. Welcome in. Um, yeah. Well, I probably could do 3.5 hours if I had other people to talk to, like interacting with me. Like I'm not the only one yapping, you know. um, yeah. Oh, back to maybe I have a squirrel issue. Lemons. Lemons help may help detoxify you. So I try to add lemons to everything if I haven't already said that a million times. You know, I think that's good if you can. Again, if you're on any medications, make sure anything that you do use um, in your drinks, teas, or whatever that you make sure that it doesn't interact, right? Squirrel. Now that the power is back on, I've got to get busy with the peaches. I will leave this running and listen while I work. Thank you, Gwen. Thank you so much. And I hope you're making a video. So, anyways, so what kind of projects do you guys have coming up? Let's talk about that. I'm going to put this lid on here so I don't want to spill it anyways because that would be a mess. So I'm going to take this jar of tea and I'm going to take it outside so that it'll get the tea all in there nice. And then I'm going to put some of my fermented beet liquid in there as well so that I can get some more antioxidants and things like that. I used to trade veg and herbs for apples, etc. The new people next door don't want to be bothered. They mow over the apples, pomegranate, blueberries. Wow, that's too bad. I'm not making a video. I might make one of the peach lemonade making. Hadn't even thought about it. Ooh, that sounds yummy. You should. Definitely. I have 2 beaded bookmarks to make. Someone requested them for her Bible. Oh, that sounds nice. What a wonderful thing to be able to do for someone. I like that. Nice, nice. I have so many projects. So I have a oh, Gail, she's like, learn to sew.
I thought
You will. You will.
You will.
All of it goes to waste. Yeah, that's so sad. So before my fruit trees got big enough to produce enough stuff, me and a friend of mine used to go around and ask people that had like the ginormous trees and stuff like that, or like in a community post, like on Facebook or something like that. Someone would post, come get whatever. It's nice of her too, because I need to make money. Oh, that's cool. I'm propagating more plants this season and getting herbs ready to be always growing. Yeah, I'm gonna get some kind of a what is it called? A fermentation thing to make my own what is it? Not Brussels sprouts. Sprouts. I want to make my own sprouts because I think that would be nice to have, and I can just make new ones every once or twice a week. Because my husband takes his lunches to work every day, so he would like that. So, and I think we would eat them a lot really quickly, right? But yeah, getting things ready, getting things saved. I got a lot of raspberries that are coming on. We're going to be filling fire rings with soil. That's good. I like that. Susan at the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch has a lot of good ideas on using different raised bed type ideas. Did I say that right? I hope I did. Hi, Dana. I'm glad you're still here. And it's Thursday, right? That's awesome. Microgreen sprouts are both fast growing. Yeah, so I'm excited. I want to get the little rinse lid thingy that goes on the mason jar. So that's something that I'm looking forward to doing. I just want to make sure that I can figure out how to make those things myself if I couldn't buy them. Like if the company ran out, or I don't know, I just couldn't order them anymore. So that's something that I like to look into, is how I can, kind of like seed saving, like your tomatoes. Um, if you can't get any more of the tomato variety that you grow and you like, if you don't seed save, you won't have any, or flowers or whatever. So, yeah, maybe canned ground cherry jam. That would be good. That's a good idea. Oh, yeah. Hi, Robin. Welcome in from Garden State so and so. I found this awesome little terracotta sprouts tower a few weeks ago. I really want to start using it. Just got to finish sorting the kitchen and I'm on it. Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be exciting. I know you'll film it and somebody will be watching. Not me. Yeah, it will be. It'll be cool. Yeah, I like stuff like that. There's so much to learn. I think a lot of people that are not used to herbs may get overwhelmed, but don't get overwhelmed. Just pick something, like dandelions. Just pick it and research it. And I recommend getting lots of herbal books, because varieties of herbal books will all have any information, or they'll have lots of information. So having reading in your hand material, very important, right? You can do online, but also do research. Remember, like when we were in, for me, it was middle school. And when we had to write a report, we had to have three or more resources, and they couldn't be the same resources, like a magazine. It wasn't really the internet back then. So, like a magazine, a book, I don't know, just a newspaper, whatever, you had to have like multiple resources. What is the brown tubes behind it? Oh, this is, and I had to make sure I turned them the wrong way so you wouldn't see my address. This is for a Cricut machine. It's iron on um iron on stuff for Cricut. Yeah, both of them are. All kinds of different colors. Nice that you noticed. Do you see the angel? Well, you can see the wing. I like angels. I like a lot of stuff. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get some olive oil so I can do some mint oil. Oh, that's a good idea. I also did dandelion infused olive oil. Hmm. They grow pretty tall. Okay, they're heavy producers. That's cool. Yeah, if they're tall, they could be a Cape gooseberry instead of ground cherries. Ground cherries are short plants. Huh. You know what? It amazes me that there's over 10,000 different varieties of tomatoes. Just tomatoes. Over 10,000. I've got some gooseberries. They produce maybe a handful. It all adds up. Hi, welcome up. Welcome up. Welcome in. I blended the name with your name with my, you know. Anyways, Wi-Fi is so bad at my sister's house. You keeps freezing. Oh, Teresa, I'm so sorry. So I probably look kind of weird sometimes. But oh, hopefully when I freeze, I'm not freezing on a funky face. That's a lot of different varieties. Yeah, that's a lot of different varieties. So, have you all tried making your own fermented something? Okay, two different seeds labeled as ground cherries. One is supposed to be pineapple, one is supposed to be giant. We will see. Yeah. I wonder if the one that's pineapple has like a pineapple-ish flavoring to it. That would be nice, right? That would be yummy. So, yeah. So I just want to encourage you guys to make sure that you're making fun drinks at home. And I have a collaboration that I am doing, that I've been doing. It's called Hot and Hot with the letter N, cold drinks. It's to help inspire people and give people different ideas, because some people don't like drinking just plain water, or it might help you to drink more water and stay hydrated, and reminding everyone to do that, as well as drying out all kinds of different things that you can use to help boost or keep your immune system going. Get some sauerkraut going now. Ooh, that sounds good. I make fermented water kefir. Ooh, I've never done kefir before. That's cool. Put mine in the windowsill. Maybe put them in a brown paper bag, Gil. Yeah. One time I had a bunch of tomatoes that were still green out in the garden, like a lot of tomatoes, like 100 tomatoes at least. So I put cardboard in my garage on the floor and I put the tomatoes on the cardboard and they turned because I had so many I couldn't put them on my counters. Homemade buttermilk here. Mm. Yes, sorbet, bur- what? Bourbon hillbilly. I've never grown ground cherries. I've never grown ground cherries either. I know. I hate that when I'm typing something, I'm trying to go fast so somebody sees it quickly, and then the word's not what it's supposed to. Yeah, I do that quite often because it auto corrects it and changes it if you like. Years ago, I tried to make a homemade drink with ginger. Was supposed to stay in the drum only 2 weeks, but I forgot about it. And 6 weeks later, I opened it to drink some, and it was the strongest. Yeah, you probably made a drink. Yeah, you made a drink. You made some shine. Yeah, so it'll be like when you make your if you do your own homemade vinegar, sometimes it'll get that smell, that alcohol smell. That's just one of the stages that it goes through and then it'll kind of burn off. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, also when you do, I'm using the do word a lot. When you make fermented stuff, don't eat the whole jar in one day. Just have a little bit because too much, take a little, like a little bite and see how you feel. And it's like a slow process, like you can't just all of a sudden, like if you go and eat a greasy burger and you're not used to eating a greasy burger, what does that do to you? Doo doo. Yeah, it does a doo doo. But I have these little, I don't want to tip it too much because I don't want to, thing. It has a hole in it and it lets the gases out. But if you don't have one of those, you can put just a lid on it loosely. Like you wouldn't tighten it, you would just take the lid and set it on there so bugs don't get in there. You can use a coffee filter instead. That works. Also, you can use tea towels. You can cut, sorry, I have a tickle. You can cut tea towels into smaller things and use them as tea bags to infuse your berries and herbs and things like that in your water. Um, Again, if you want to add a little bit of sugar later on, you can do that as well. Someone on the plate and ask me how I know. Yeah, cheesecloth. So get lots of cheesecloth and tea towels and stuff like that because you can definitely use them for a lot of things. So collect that stuff. I mean, even if you go to garage sales and estate sales and you find some sort of fabric that you wouldn't wear that's white, you can always disinfect it and cut it up and use it for stuff like that. So, anyways, but yeah, so I have a weight in this jar, and it kind of went way down there. So I'll have to get my fingers in there, but not right now. I was gonna take it out, but not right here. Nut milk bags. Ooh, that would be a good one, right? So there you go. And you guys know how to make the berry thing. We talked about that. You just put whatever berries, fresh or frozen, using canned fruits and stuff like that. I don't know. There's a lot of sugar in that. Yes, that's beets, ginger, and garlic in there. She's like, what is that? It's pretty color though, isn't it? So yeah, so I'll be using I'm gonna strain all that stuff out of it, but I'm gonna add some of that to my sun tea today because beets have a lot of good stuff in it, except for the oh yeah, no, purdy. It's purdy. Yeah. So, yeah, so keep hydrated. I hope you guys are. Make fun little ice cubes with this liquid once I strain it out. I'm going to put it in a bunch of little, I actually did make some and I couldn't find it. I think it was put in a different freezer. I put them in freezer bags, which I know you shouldn't use plastic, but I don't have enough glass containers that can go in the freezer. Anyways, but you already have your ice cubes for now or all winter long, so do that too. It's nice. Yeah. So I guess I'm gonna let you go so I'm not just continuing to um ramble on. You don't like fermented things? That's okay. You don't have to like fermented things. Just add fresh herbs or berries as you go. I know. Jamie, if you find some, let me know. Don't go. You're like, don't go. Use what you have and it is okay. Exactly. You don't have to go out and buy anything. That's why I try to show you guys different examples whenever I do my videos or I'm talking. I try to tell you guys different things because we all start out at the beginning of doing something, we don't have it, and then sometimes you feel pressure to have to go out and buy the stuff, but having ideas of using other things is definitely beneficial. Like I said, you can use from the dollar store coffee filters for tea bags or a cloth, a cotton cloth of a t-shirt even. I got nowhere to go either, and I used to tune in, so I vote you stay on. That's funny. That's awesome. Yay. So, what do you guys want to talk about? More stuff? I did bring my sugar over. This is one of my sugar jars. It's an older, isn't that cool? So, for my sugar jars, I put in bay leaves. Don't put oxygen absorbers in sugar, it'll make it a brick. I read it's like biting into a pop rock. What? What is like? Oh, the ground cherry. Ooh, river cakes and pound cakes all the time. Oh yeah, Blue did make a. Oh, I've never done that. Huh? Did I tell you guys I saved a baby hummingbird this winter? It was cold, and it kind of froze on the ground in the front of my house. It was still alive, but it couldn't move. It couldn't fly away, and I didn't know what to do. So my dryer vent goes out near where the little hummingbird was on the ground. So I turned my dryer on, and I just kept it going. It took a couple of hours to unthaw it and get it, I don't know, ready to be able to fly off. And I put some sugar water down on the ground and a hummingbird feeder near it. So we saved it. It was cute. I don't think I ever had pineapple ground cherry made in the house. Oh, you eat it outside? Uh huh. Yeah. Yeah, you can have some chocolate. So the other day we used some of our molds, our silicone molds, and we made chocolate. We melted chocolate down and poured it in the molds. And then we put it in the refrigerator to get it to set quickly. And then I will pop them out of the molds and put them in freezer bags. Not a lot, just some. But the kids wanted to do that the other day, so we made some mixed ones, milk chocolate ones, white chocolate ones. some ones where we swirled them. Yeah. Did I video? No, I do, but I do have I think I do have a small video of it. I don't know if I put it out though. Um, because it wasn't very long. Yeah, it's cute, very cute. And then yesterday I had a deer in the middle of the day in my orchard eating off my fruit trees. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I know. I'm kind of like one of those. I notice a lot of things like when it's not normal, like outside. Um, Last week I found this thing that looked like a garden snake, the head, and I looked up newts and salamanders, and the head of it did not look like a newt or a salamander. It looked like a garden snake. Like its tail got eaten off or cut off somehow and it like dried, but it had legs. It had four little legs, like a long garden snake face, and it was long, and then it had four little legs, and then behind it, it had like where the tail was missing. I don't know. It was a dinosaur, some sort. And then I showed my son, and he tossed it somewhere because I wanted to take a picture of it. I don't know if people would be grossed out if I posted a picture of some dried out thing. I found a few little little sugar bats in my barn in the winter that didn't make it. I didn't take pictures of those either because I don't want people to feel bad. I didn't do it, but I don't want somebody to be sad or something. Time to make a tomato sandwich. Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Brag about it. I don't have no. Oh, I lie. I lie. I do have tomatoes. I have a house plant of a tomato plant that I brought in last fall. And I had three tomato plants. Two of them died quickly. This one is thriving, and I have tomatoes and flowers. So yes, I do have. I'll show you. Okay, you guys ready? I'm gonna spin you around. Hang on tight. Seatbelts on. Woot, 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 woot. Okay, there it is. Do you see it? Yeah, it was like some kind of a lizard. It was like scaly, not slimy. I don't know what it was. I never saw a garden snake that had legs. I'm just saying, and little claws on each foot. Do you guys see the tomatoes? Look at that. So I did take some starts off of it, and I don't remember what it was. You label things and the labels disappear or wash off. Yeah, that's what happened. I don't remember. Anyway, so yeah, I do have tomatoes, so tomato sandwich I can do too. Okay, if you guys eat a tomato sandwich, what do you put on your tomato sandwich? Obviously, tomato. Do you do like a whole sandwich or just tomato and bread? I would probably do a piece of cheese. Oh, cheese and tomato sounds good to me. Sounds like a salamander. I know, I thought it was the salamander, and I looked at the photos of the face is more like square on the salamander, and this one had more of a garden snake head, and it wasn't a short. It was long before the leg. I don't know. It was weird. It wasn't that long. I mean, the thing was only probably about 6 inches long, minus however long the tail was. So, yeah. Okay. So, the best sandwich in the whole world, I have to say, is bacon, tomato sandwich. BLT. My mom used to make bologna bologna, and she would heat it like in the microwave or something or on a frying pan and put it in the sandwich. Some bologna. Bologna. BLT. Yes, yum. Ooh, I have some bacon. I think I might make one because I've got some. These tomatoes are sweet. They're really good. Hellman's onions, lettuce, tomato on bread, but love it on a roll. Ooh, yeah, that's good. I don't I don't eat bread very often. You know what would be good to do a tortilla if you did your BLT tortilla like. Mhm. Oh yeah. Sounds good. I like doing, zucchini where you cut your zucchini in slices and you batter it and fry them and add some parmesan on it. Haven't eaten pork in 27 years. I still miss it. Aw. You know what's weird? So I can eat pork, anything pork. And you guys are gonna think I'm weird. Okay, you already think I'm weird. I know that. I don't like ham. I've never liked ham, the smell of ham, the taste of ham. Ugh. But I can do pork chops and I can do ground pork and pork roasts and stuff like that. I don't know. It might be the curing part of the ham, but it just makes me sick. Yeah. Ooh, that sounds good. A BLT lettuce wrap. I can eat that. Put a little cream cheese around that and then put all that stuff in there. Oh, yum. Right? So good. I like to make, homemade salsa in the summer a lot. So I use that salsa for a lot of things, like my chicken, like cooking my chicken, stuffing my chicken, like if you take a chicken breast and you cut it in half and you stick like, you can use a bunch of different, like, greens and things like that, lettuce and stuff like that, cut it up in salsa and mix it up and cheese and put it in that chicken breast and then cook it. Yum! I know I haven't made any salsa yet either, like fresh garden salsa, but like for me, my harvest won't be coming in until like August, like my salsa type stuff. I've canned some of my salsa, but I don't like the flavor of the canned versus the fresh. I mean, I'll eat it, but right? So I don't know why I do a lot of uh Spanish kind of like foods that I make. I always have like um burritos and salsa and Spanish rice and like a lot of like spice. Not so much spice, but I just always kind of cook that way. I don't know why. I just do. Yeah, and I've done what else? I've done so many things. So many things, right? I know I'm hungry now too, so I like to have like cheddar and pepper jack. Okay, bye Anne. Have a good day. Or oh, night. It's probably night for her. Okay. Get some rest. And don't forget to stay hydrated and save those herbs and berries and things. Well, we made it to an hour. I am going to go. I've got the grandkids over, and I have that new little baby out there that I'm dying to see if it's a boy or a girl. And I'm hoping it's a girl, little summer solstice. So I'm gonna make a video of that and show you guys. I've been slacking on videos this week. It happens, right? So I've got lots of ideas. That's not the problem. I've just been lethargic and trying to work on getting more things planted and done and stuff like that. If I must. Yeah. So stay hydrated. Make your guys' drinks. Try some ferments if you haven't. They're not bad. I mean, right? And also, because it's the summer solstice, the strawberry moon happens right after. I need to make my survival seeds video. Oh yeah. That's why I did the beet, fermented beet, um, fermented beets, was for the survival seeds live that I was on, right? Okay, I'm done talking. You guys have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for being here. And next week, I don't know what we're gonna do next week. Maybe I do have a cute little white vanity that I wanted to redo. I don't know. I think maybe we'll do some kind of a bigger fun project or something, maybe. We'll see. So you guys have oh, well, do it now. It's not too late. Do it, Jamie. You have time. All right, you guys, thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Do something great. Save your herbs and things like that. Get it done. And I'll see you next week. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, yeah, I have to hit end, not X. I could leave it running all day. You guys want to do that? And I'm just kidding. Good night, or good night. Good day. Good day. Have a good day.